If you're with a narcissist, they will dismiss your feelings on one word: okay. That's the word they use when you have sit up there and poured out your emotions. You really sincere. You could be crying. You could just be telling them, hey, listen, you're doing me this way. I mean, this is the way I'm feeling. I'm hurting. Don't you understand where I'm coming from? And then they'll sit there and be like, okay. And then they'll just stop talking, right? And you'll be like sitting up there like, you want input, you want, them to add more, you want them to say, hey, listen, I'm not gonna do that no more, or, okay, I understand the way you feel, and hey, listen, if you feel that way, then I'm sorry, and I'll do better, and what did I do to hurt you? You want all that, right? But that narcissist that dismiss your feelings with that one word, okay, you're never gonna get it. Because to you, you're crying and pouring all out your feelings and looking them in the eyes and really trying to, make them understand, hey, listen, this is hurting you. This is really bothering you. I mean, and you're trying to really totally get through to them, right? I mean, you got all these emotions behind it. It could be something so dear to you, and you're just sitting up there, just want some input, just something, anything. And then they'll just have this cold look on their face and be like, okay, I heard you. I said okay. What do you want me to do? What do you more want me to say? I said okay. Why? Oh, now, why do you want to argue? Now you're the one that want to argue because you want some input back. You want some, something that's gonna make you feel better. Something that they might can say to ease your pain. They don't care. They just don't care. They'll just keep saying okay. And then they'll twist and turn it around on you and make it seem like you're the problem. You're the drama person that's, making all this stuff. And then the first thing they'll try to turn it around on you, right? They'll say, listen, I just want my peace. You're coming up with all this other drama and everything like that. And, I just want peace. They'll use your own word peace against you, right? So be careful about that. So the thing about it is though, that word okay, that's their own way of saying they really do not want to hear it. They don't care about your tears. They don't care about, what they're doing to you that's going to make you hurt. Have you ever noticed they don't even reflect? They don't even say, hey, listen, if that's what made you hurt, hey, listen, I'll do this or that or the other to try to make you feel better. Or do they ever apologize? No. You're not going to get an apology. You're not going to get any reflectness. You ain't going to get anything. The best thing to do is be like, okay, you say okay, just stop talking. Just stop talking. Do not even, show any more emotions and turn around and walk away. Because to be honest with you, when you walk away and then when you turn around and you just start giving them the same energy, ignore them. Ignore them. One thing about that narcissist, they hate to be ignored. Ignore them. Don't talk to them. Don't speak to them. Don't look at them. Don't even look nowhere near them, because that word okay, they think that word is powerful. That's a word that really is really trying to hurt you. That one word of okay, when you want them to be, more into your feelings. And, it's not like you're saying, hey, listen, write me a whole book and you could just, no, you just want them to turn around and just know how you feel and, console you, like human emotions, right? Human interaction, somebody that loves you or somebody that cares about you, you shouldn't have to beg for that. That should be like automatic, like human nature. When you love someone and when you care about someone, you shouldn't have to beg for someone to feel your pain or to console you or to worry about if you're hurting, because they're not going to like if you're hurt. They're not going to like if you're crying. They're not going to like if they hurt your feelings. They're not going to like that. They're going to do something that's going to make you feel better. They're going to say something that's going to make you feel better. They're not going to just be like, okay, and then that's it. And then a lot of times they'll say, okay, boom, and click the TV on and get to watching the television, right? So it's just like, dude, that's it? they'll just continue to watch TV, or they'll just go on their phone and they'll just scroll or whatever, you know, and you could be boo-hooing and crying and be like, I can't believe you just listening, you're not listening to me. And then I say, well, you know, I'm, like I said, I'm saying okay. And you could be blubbering and you could be like, I can't believe you just so cold-hearted. And, well, how could you do me like this? And keep in mind, they could have done something wrong. They could have did something bad to you. And then they'll just be like, okay. And it's like, dude, you're not gonna say you're sorry. You're not gonna say you're not gonna do it again. You're not gonna say nothing. They'll just look at you like, okay, whatever. You know? So I'm just saying, guys, if you were a narcissist, they dismiss your feelings just by one word, and that is okay. Do not even engage. Don't even pour out your feelings. Don't even shed one drop of tears. Don't do anything, because they're not going to care about your tears. They're not going to care about your pain. They're not going to care anything, because the only thing they're going to do is dismiss your feelings by that one word, okay. They don't care. They just don't care. The best thing to do, no contact, no contact, no contact, and walk away. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap this video up. And I hope this reaches somebody. I hope somebody resonate and, you know, it helps someone. And please like, share, and subscribe. That'd be greatly appreciated. And Jesus love you. And see you guys on the next video. All right. Bye.